Good morning, world. Today I'm having a look at my garden, a tour. I've been doing this almost every free minute I get. I'm loving the garden so much. So I have a love-hate relationship with coriander, but finally, guys, a round of applause for me. Finally, they grew. I even had a whole 2 kg tin of these seedlings because I wanted to plant them in large scale, but they kept disappointing me. And then I said, let me try again and see if they'll grow. And guess what? Finally, I think they knew I was getting fed up. And finally, they grew. Because imagine this thing takes so long to grow. I don't know if it's about, say, dormancy or something, because they kept disappointing me for the longest time. At first, I thought it was because there were no rains. We were depending on irrigation. And let me tell you, rainwater goes a long way. If you want to irrigate even a small portion of your garden, you use a lot of water, and that comes at a cost. But they didn't grow, even after that investment. And then I said, let me wait for the rains. And so I waited for the rains, and they came, and I was happy, and I planted a few more. And they disappointed again. So I thought it was too much rain, maybe. So when the rain subsided, or they went down a little bit, that's when again I said, okay, maybe they just want the Rasha rains, not too much and not too little. And turns out they actually do. And look at the growth we have. So the seeds were contaminated, quote unquote, with okra seeds, and the okra seeds are growing right here. Look at that. We have a lot of them growing here, and we let them because why not? We'll be selling okra for you. Okra is now famous, so we are doing it. We are going to come to your markets with okra to encourage you to get your okra water dose. So we have okra intercropped with our coriander. So I'm thinking, because this has been quite a long way coming, and this is the healthiest bed of coriander we have, even dispersed as it is, it's not actually so close, but we are really taking care of it, and we do not want it to go to seed because we have a lot of seeds. But we want to enjoy it for some time, so I'm thinking we'll just be taking some leaves for now, so that after some time, that's when now we can start eating the whole plant, when we see that it's now going into seed or bolting as it is, because we already have the seeds for planting. So this is going to our meal. I really feel like this is an achievement. I don't know if you've ever tried something so bad so many times that when it finally gives you fruits, you're over the moon about it. So on this other side, we have our beans. These are called Western Dengu, loosely translated. Western Dengu. Look at that small patch. Do you know that all these were volunteer beans? These are type of bean. These were volunteer beans actually. So what happened is, we had an orchard right there established on the other side, our apple orchard, and then these things were growing all over haphazardly, and we didn't want them to grow there. Do you know why? Because they're climbing plants. Look at how they climb all the way up, and imagine if you have your plant somewhere in between, then it's going to be choked. And our primary goal for that space was the orchard, so we said, let's transplant them all to this space. So I was skeptical at first because I've never really known that you can transplant the beans. But I said, okay, it's better to try and fail than to just let them go, because these are really delicious and they give us a lot. From this small portion, we're going to have several meals out of this patch of beans from right here. So what I need to do is maybe get more trees like these ones for climbing, because you see it wants to go all the way up. I thought these were going to be enough, but they're already past the tree and going to wherever. I don't know how far they can climb. I didn't actually. The last time we planted them with maize, so they were using the stalks to climb, and it was easier. And so I didn't really give attention into how much they want to climb, but I can see now that they really are climbers. So we're going to have more trees in here to erect them and help them to stand upright, so that now we're going to have an easy time harvesting. I don't even know how we're going to harvest from this, because it was actually planted in lines and then it grew into a bush. But we're going to do our best because it's not so big of a batch. So we're going to get in, get our hands dirty, and get out with our food. So much later, when I realized that they're actually now going to grow, I was not sure at first. I then planted some maize in a hurry so that they can at least now go and help to the climbing things. The tendrils, they're called tendrils, right? These ones, to attach themselves and erect the plant. But guess what? See how it was choked? The maize was choked because of the shade and all this bush, and so it didn't come out as expected. So imagine if we left our fruit plants in this crowd, in this bush, they are going to be overcrowded. They're going to be a waste of cash, because that was quite an investment on that other side. So we didn't want to risk that, and I'm glad I transplanted them here because they seem to be enjoying life. And soon they're going to help us enjoy life as well, because you see, the flowers are here already. Lots of flowers. And when you see lots of flowers, you're happy because the flowers are going to translate into what? What you're going to eat. So we're happy about the flowers. We cannot wait for the journey to start picking. So what happens with these beans is you pick as they grow, because when the ones at the base are mature, it's still producing more. Look at those flowers. A lot of flowers. And a lot of flowers means a lot of fruits. In this case, we're going to have a lot of pods with a lot of beans. Western dengu, actually, this small tiny. I can see the first ones are here already. See, this is what I mean. These are the pods. Oh wow, I didn't know we're this close to eating the beans. They're already here. I'm just finding this with you guys. It's good I took my camera to now inspect this bed, because my excitement is over the moon right now. See, we're going to have lots of these, because all these, yeah, this one is starting to now give us the pods. All these are going to give us the fruits, and then we now start harvesting them as they continue growing. So this thing stays green for so long, so it keeps producing and producing until all the flowers are done, and that might take even a month. From my experience last time with these beans, it might take even a month. So from this small portion right here, we're going to have a lot of harvest for sure. Here, this is what it looks like. A lot is going to be produced from right here. So I'll have to be more keen and inspect the garden more often so as not to miss the first fruits. So we also tried Irish potatoes for the first time in our garden, and they're doing well. We will be harvesting them soon, because these are signs that it's already mature. I'm hoping for a good harvest for these ones. And then we did a little experiment. Oh no, I didn't know this happens with Irish potatoes. Are they going into seed? And what happens with this seed? How do you use these seeds now for the Irish potatoes? I didn't know this for sure. I know they give flowers. I didn't know they give you fruits. Are these fruits or seeds? And I don't know how to use this, if at all it's useful. But still, we'll wait for the roots. That's where our interest is. It's a small bed, but it will give us a good snack for sure. Hopefully, it's a good harvest. So now we also tried this one. This is a green pepper. As you can see right here, we have fruits. I'm telling you, it's been a long journey. I didn't take my camera because I was so busy in the garden almost every day, all day, apart from the weekend. But now, see the fruits and flowers. This is the exciting part. Because we had a whole packet of seed sown for this one. But they didn't sprout from the ground, from the bed. I don't know if it was seed dormancy or what, but we managed to get what? How many? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 plants, and I have a feeling that it's going to give us a good harvest for home use. Definitely. The initial plan was to so this is giving the chicken a good cover with their chicks. So the plan was to have these ones for commercial purposes, but it failed. And we just took the ones that sprouted and planted them for home use. And now we can already start enjoying the fruit. So it was not in vain. This is not a bad size because we've not applied any fertilizer. Once again, this is organic. I know peppers do not seem to be having a lot of disease problems, so that is good. What else do we have here? Our beauties, a bush of squash flowering. Whenever you see flowers, you should start smiling, because then you know that you're about to harvest something nice. So the something nice for the squash is another pepper here, green pepper. But what we are looking for is right here. Fruits at last. That is the one thing that we look out for. After all the toil and hard work in the garden, it's so refreshing to finally start harvesting. So this small bush here, running from there all the way up there, all the way up to the other side, is still intercropped with our apples. This was the second patch, the second delivery of apples. And so it's interplanted or intercropped with the apple trees, and it's overproducing. We harvest lots and lots from this small section of our garden. I'm actually thinking of new ways to use it because we're running out of ideas on how to prepare the squash, because we have a lot. You harvest daily. Every day you have new ones growing. Look at this. So today we harvest this one right here because we do not want it to overgrow. You just twist and turn, and this is your produce. And then In a few days, this one will have grown, and when you harvest this one right here, the baby will have grown, and probably the flower will have opened and fertilized another one, because this is definitely a male flower, fertilized another one, and you have new ones coming up. So that is a continuous cycle. And because we have fewer, the rain has gone down, I've realized this is not the first time we're planting this. I've realized that when the rain is not too much, they perform optimally. So we have a harvest every day, at least 1 or 2 or 3. But now when you do not use them daily, that then tells you that you're going to have a lot of them in the house in a week. How do you use, tell me in the comment section below, how do you use squash in your meals? Or this is called in Kenya, we usually call it gojet. This one. How do you use it? Smoothies, you fry it, you stir fry it and you can take it raw. How else do you use your gojet? And then of course you can add it in soups and in your meals. So let's take another beauty from the garden right there. This right here is a section of leeks going bad. That has overstayed. A section of leeks that has overstayed in the garden. I don't know. But also it has a lot of weeds that we'll need to take care of soon. And we also have in here, we have lots of groundnuts already ready for harvest. So we'll tackle this tomorrow for sure. We're also enjoying some cucumber right from our garden. You know it's ready when it does this. So this didn't really perform as expected in terms of size and disease control, but we have fruits and we're happy to enjoy what we could harvest this season. I'll go and make a beautiful meal out of these for supper tonight. Until the next one, go farm and grocery shop from your garden.